Hello and welcome to the Cryptid Iceberg Part 6, where I cover some of the most mysterious and strange creatures science doesn't recognize. As always, if you haven't seen the previous parts, I'll link them down below in the description. We'll be continuing the fifth layer of the iceberg in this video. Let's begin. In 1973, Enfield, Illinois was witness to a strange creature. It all started when a local resident named Henry McDaniel reported a creature that had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall and was gray colored. McDaniel saw the beast a few times, even shooting at it once. The cryptid was said to resemble a human or ape and leave dog-like footprints. It was also able to jump very long distances. According to McDaniel's estimations, the creature traveled 50 feet or 15 meters with only 3 jumps. Although a few others claimed to see the creature, sightings stopped after a couple of years. The Alula whale is said to resemble the orca, but is brown in color instead of the distinctive black and white of the orca. Originally sighted by navigator Willem Bruins near the Gulf of Aden, the whale was also said to have star-shaped scars on the side of its body. Other than that, we know little else about the cryptid. The Mongwa, or Nunda, is a mysterious gray big cat said to roam Tanzania. Similar in appearance to a leopard, but the size of a lion, the Mongwa was first reported after a string of attacks on Tanzanian citizens. In one attack, a watchman found the body of his partner killed in an animal attack. In one of the man's hands were a few pieces of gray fur. A similar attack happened a few weeks afterwards, and once again the attacker left behind gray fur. Though some believed it was the work of a lion, lions weren't sighted in the area of the attacks. Additionally, a local hunter, who would know what a lion looked like, managed to survive one attack and claimed that the attacker was the Mongwa. That hunter's sighting was one of the last, and the creature hasn't been seen since the 1930s. The monster of Monterey, or Bobo, is a cryptid sighted off the shores of California. Although there's many differing descriptions, most share that the creature was large, up to the size of a whale, and had wrinkly skin. The most famous sighting occurred in 1925, when a carcass allegedly belonging to Bobo washed up on shore. The carcass somewhat resembled a plesiosaur, leading to some speculation that Bobo was a surviving member of the species. Native to Central West Africa, the Olitiao is a large bat cryptid. Said to be about 12 feet or 3.5 meters from wing to wing, the cryptid reportedly dives down at humans. 2 explorers said that they barely escaped it by diving into the water seconds before it would have grabbed them. It's also believed the Olitiao may be related to the Kongamato, due to their similar descriptions and location. Located within the White River in Arkansas, the White River Monster is a large fish said to be about 3 car lengths long. It looks like a catfish with the grayish skin of an elephant. One account even stated that the cryptid could travel on land, with someone reporting tracks leading to the river. Also known as Whitey, the creature goes back to the Civil War, where local legends claim he would often overturn boats on the White River. By the 1940s, the creature was fairly famous. It became a local tourist attraction and had dozens of search attempts to try and capture it. It became so popular that in 1973, the Arkansas legislature passed a bill and designated the area as the White River Monster Refuge, making it illegal to hurt the monster. This might seem unnecessary, but only a few decades earlier, a local farmer believed the creature was going to hurt his crops, so he attempted to use TNT to blow up the area Whitey lived in, before the local government stopped him. Known as the Kelly-Hopkinsville encounter, in 1955, a battle between a small group of armed Kentuckians and strange creatures known as the Hopkinsville Goblins broke out. According to eyewitnesses, the silver grayish colored goblins stood 3 feet or about a meter tall, had thin, long arms, and pointed upright ears. The goblins floated around the house the eyewitnesses were in, terrorizing the children by looking in their windows. The occupants attempted to retaliate by firing at the creatures, but the gunshots had no effect. Police and military personnel investigated the area, but didn't find any evidence for the creatures, save the bullet holes the residents left firing at them. They haven't been sighted since. The green-clawed beast is an obscure cryptid we only know of from one report in 1955. Occurring in the Ohio River near Evansville, Indiana, Naomi Johnson was swimming when she was suddenly grabbed by what she described as a furry hand from underwater, which pulled her down multiple times. Luckily, her friend was there with an inner tube, and Naomi was able to grab onto it and escape. The creature got its name from the greenish-blue mark it left on Naomi's leg that remained there for days. It hasn't ever been sighted technically, as nobody in the water saw the creature and no one has encountered it since. Sighted in New Jersey, the mantis man is an 8-foot-tall, brownish and transparent large mantis. Only ever sighted a few times, it's been observed spreading its wings in an apparently threatening gesture to eyewitnesses. According to one report, the transparent aspect of the creature is due to its ability to camouflage. Named for the Andes mountain range of South America, the Andean wolf was a species of wolf allegedly native to the area. In 1927, a skin of the creature was examined, although scientists were mixed as to if it was the skin of a new species or that of a dog. More skins are allegedly out there, but they haven't turned up, and the existence of the Andean wolf remains unproven. Found in the Bukit Timah forests of Singapore, the Bukit Timah monkey man is a monkey-faced, upright-walking species of cryptid. Sightings date back to the 18th century, where local Malaysians told stories of having seen the creatures. Many who saw the monkey man initially mistook it for a human, before being shocked after seeing its monkey-like face. The monkey is also known for its loud shrieking. Even to this day, the creature is sighted fairly frequently. Issy is a Japanese lake monster said to inhabit Lake Ikeda on the island of Kyushu. According to one 1978 sighting, the creature is black and has 2 humps, and can grow up to 9 meters or 30 feet long. The legend around Issy is that she was originally a horse, who lived on Kyushu Island with her foal. When a samurai stole her daughter, she leapt into the lake in sadness and became Issy. The cryptid is now a popular tourist attraction. Also known as the mugwump, and not the one I covered in part 2, the Ventura marsh monster is a cryptid located in Ventura, Iowa. All that's known about it is that the creature is large, hairy, and lives in a marsh. According to sightings, the up-island wolf spider is a type of wolf spider native to Islesboro Island in Maine. It's different from other wolf spiders due to its enormous size and the weight of the arachnid, as some people have reported it being so large they can hear its footsteps. It's also known as the hearse house spider. Due to its proximity to a church, some believe the spiders grow inside of coffins. Sometimes compared to the thunderbird, the Texas big bird, no, not the Sesame Street one, was a strange avian creature sighted multiple times in the 1970s. Unlike the thunderbird, the Texas big bird was primarily known for its tendency to attack people. In one incident, a man heard a strange whistling sound before the creature swooped down and scratched at his back with its claws, tearing his clothing to shreds. The victim had to be transported to the hospital. The bird, however, hasn't been seen since the 1970s. Living in the Ashuapmushuan River, the Wops is a long, serpentine cryptid native to Quebec in Canada. Sightings go all the way back to the 1950s. Eyewitnesses describe the Wops as a serpent up to 18 meters or 60 feet in length, and black or blue in color. One sighting even reported the creature overturning a boat. Though there were plenty of sightings from the 1950s to the 1990s, since then sightings are rare, and today some believe the creature went extinct in the late 90s. Similar to the sea monk, the sea bishop or bishopfish is an aquatic cryptid similar in appearance to a bishop. The history of the creature goes back to the 16th century, where two stories on it exist. In one, Germans captured it, and the creature refused to eat, dying soon after. In the other version, it was brought to Poland, where it made the sign of the cross to a group of bishops who released him. It hasn't been sighted since, nor is there any known connection to the sea monk. Located in the Menai Straits near the United Kingdom, the Barmouth Monster is a strange sea creature that can allegedly walk on land. In 1805, a ship was traveling through the straits when the Barmouth Monster rose up from the water and attached itself to the boat. The sailors had a fight with the creature until they forced it back down into the water. While sightings are only reported every 30 years or so, this photograph was taken back in 2016. Named after the town of Beeman, the Beeman Monster is a gorilla-like cryptid native to Missouri. According to legend, a massive 12-foot or 4-meter gorilla escaped from a circus, and the monsters seen since that are his offspring. The Beeman Monster is also known to attack livestock, as strange, large footprints, far apart from each other, have been found at the scenes of killed animals. The Morosi, also known as the Abasambo in Ethiopia, and the spotted lion, is a feline cryptid native to East Africa. Described as a mix between a lion and a leopard, the creature was known for its ferocious behavior. It gained a scientific interest after two Morosi were shot, as they had unique spots not usually found on adult lions. Although further expeditions were sent to bring back proof of the creature, the existence of the Morosi has never been proven. Located on Ben Macdui, one of the largest peaks in Scotland, Amfairle Moor, or the Big Grey Man in English, is a strange humanoid figure said to reside near the peak. In one encounter with the cryptid, mountaineer John Colley said, "I was returning from the cairn on the summit in a mist when I began to think I heard something else than merely the noise of my own footsteps. Every few steps I took, I heard a crunch, and then another crunch, as if someone was walking after me, but taking steps 3 or 4 times the length of my own. I said to myself, this is all nonsense. I listened and heard it again, but could see nothing in the mist. As I walked on, and the eerie crunch, crunch sounded behind me, I was seized with terror and took to my heels, staggering blindly among the boulders for 4 or 5 miles, nearly down to the Rothenmerches forest." After his report, others told their own stories of something stalking them in the mountains, usually cloaked in the fog and barely visible. All that's known of its appearance is a thin, tall frame and a hairy body. Another Columbus-related cryptid. In 1492, when Columbus landed on the Bahamas, he noted that his crew killed 2 serpents. He also noted that he killed snakes and lizards, meaning it's unlikely that the serpent his crew killed was either one. While you may never know for certain what the serpent Columbus's men killed was, some scientists believe it was a crocodile, due to finding crocodile bones on the island. Known as the Abu Sotan or Wobo, this cryptid is described as a large cat, bigger than a lion. It's yellowish in color and a cross between a leopard and a lion in appearance. The cryptid cat has been sighted in Sudan and Ethiopia, but other than that, we know basically nothing about it. Bandar-log, or the monkey people, are or were a strange race of monkey-like people found in 19th century India. They get their name from the locals, who described the hairy tribe as monkey-like. According to the first account, 2 of the bandar-log were captured, and when one Indian man attempted to communicate with them, he found their language somewhat similar to his own, Tahangar. Although some believe the two are from an undiscovered human tribe, others claim that they are from a yet undiscovered monkey-like species, somewhere in the Indian forests. In 1952, 3 kids saw an unidentified flying object over their West Virginia town, landing in a local farm field. After gathering more people, they went to investigate the crash site. While on their way to the site, they saw a strange red light. One of the group members shined a flashlight and illuminated a strange creature in the road. According to witnesses, it was taller than a human, about 10 feet or 3 meters tall. It had glowing orange eyes and a head that looked like a large hood. The creature, called the Flatwoods Monster, hissed at the group and started gliding towards them, causing them to drop the flashlight and flee. Upon later investigation, a strange smell and a gummy substance, along with skid marks, were found at the site, causing many to conclude the incident was the result of a UFO landing. However, the Flatwoods Monster hasn't been seen since. Thank you all for watching. That's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, consider sharing it with someone you think may also like it. If you want to see more, check out my other videos on cryptids in the description, and like and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them below or contact me on Twitter and Patreon, where you can support me and see other cool stuff. Additionally, I'll be keeping track of the mysteries I've covered before on this channel, like Terror the Android, the Thunderbird photo, and the Enfield horror recording I mentioned in this video. Thank you for the support. I'll see you next video.